This is your ROT recap for episode 10. The show this week kicked off with probably one of the biggest surprises in ROT history. With his championship match against Sushi just 7 days out, Tank had one open challenge left to hold. And who answered it this week but none other than Sushi herself. Being robbed of the validation that she could win last week against Meowski when Mutiny interfered, Sushi needed to know that she could beat Tank one-on-one with no help, with no interference. And what better way to prove that to herself than in a non-title exhibition match just 7 days before their main event at One Shot. Listen, she had until the end of the night to make her decision, and she got to see firsthand whether or not she could beat Tank. And unfortunately, she didn't get the job done. Tank Ceneri gets a clean, decisive victory over Sushi, which you have to imagine factored into her decision later in the night. Next up, Jack the Colorful Cat is still on a quest to find a tag team partner, and this week, he had a hell of a match to screen. He took on Kay Meowski one-on-one, and Kay Meowski continued her dominance. Jack is running out of time to find a partner for this tag team match coming up, and who knows who he's gonna pick. I'm gonna speak less as the creator and more as a fan when I say that the next match on the card was probably my favorite match that we have ever had in ROT. We had a 5-person gauntlet match to figure out who was gonna take the last spot in the one-shot ladder match. And you could not script better drama here. The match starts with Violet Violent and Lux Rain Gaming, who then run the gauntlet and last all the way to make it to the final 2, where ultimately Lux Rain got the spot. Lux, congrats, it was a hell of a match. Very fun to watch. Next up, the self-proclaimed best tag team in the world took on Hot Girl Fight Club for their belts. Hot Girl Fight Club were on another level with tag team chemistry in this match. And after Tabby went for a powerbomb, which turned into a surprise roll-up from Coco, Hot Girl Fight Club got the win. We then move on to determine who will fight for the Twitch TV title next week as Sam took on Tiny Mac. Sam gained some much needed momentum for how it feels to True 5 come because he now is a #1 contender for the Twitch TV title at One Shot. After a couple of devastating losses, Sam could be walking out with 2 titles. Next on the card, T. Louie took to the ring to air out a little bit of frustration, talking about how Hot and Spicy Curry is trying to make these backdoor deals with Sushi and how last week she took one of the one-shot ladder match spots from one of her girls. You're not gonna come in here and you're not gonna run rampant without being checked. And so Hot and Spicy Curry met her challenge. She came to the ring, all of her hair, all of her clothes, and the two went to absolute war, with Hot and Spicy Curry taking the win over T. Louie 09. Something tells me that this business between Mutiny and Hot Girl Fight Club isn't over yet. Next up, we had 4 of the one-shot ladder match competitors facing off in a fatal 4-way. And listen, we've seen it time and time again with Zach, but once he hits that flip pile driver from out of nowhere, nobody's getting up. Zach adds to the momentum for his tag team going into One Shot. In our main event of the evening, 8 Corpses faced Janan for the Twitch TV title. There's a looming question for 8 Corpses coming out of Rage in the Cage and his loss to Tank with what's next. And winning the Twitch TV title from Janan, somebody who is a fierce competitor in his own right, just helps to kind of give a little bit of direction back to 8 Corpses. We'll see if he can hold on to that belt when he faces Sam at One Shot. And finally, something we have been waiting a full month for. Hot and Spicy Curry offered the deal to Sushi. I will give you the full force of Mutiny in your match against Tank Ceneri and help you win the World Heavyweight title. However, I will be your #1 contender when we win that belt for you. To kind of peel the curtain back a little bit for you, I gave Sushi, the real life streamer, the chance to make this decision. She had from the first week of the month until tonight to decide if she was going to accept that deal. And after getting a decisive win over Kay Meowski with the help of Mutiny, but then losing to Tank one-on-one without any help, she made up her mind. Sushi has rejected the deal. Sushi will go it alone against Tank Ceneri one-on-one. As you can imagine, Hot and Spicy Curry was not too pleased about this, where the two broke off into a brawl. And Sushi, tired of being told that she can't do it, that she can't overcome Tank, stood up to Curry and knocked her out. I am unbelievably excited for what comes next at One Shot. Will Sam be able to take the Twitch TV title off of 8 Corpses? How will this mounting tension between Hot Girl Fight Club and Mutiny continue to escalate? Who will Jack pick for his tag team partner? And who will be crowned the inaugural ROT tag team champions? Who will climb the ladder and seize the opportunity to have a title match anytime they want. And the biggest question of all, can Sushi overcome the odds and defeat Tank Saneri to become the second ever world champion? You do not want to miss One Shot, streaming live Tuesday at 8:30 May 26, only on Twitch TV. As always, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you Tuesday.